All right. Hello, everybody. This is Daniel Higgins coming to you live with episode 27 of Daniel's Den. We're going to share some great content from Jim Rohn. I'm going to jump right in here because this content is so good and so rich. I want to make sure everybody can hear this and see this as quickly as possible. This is something that I've been gleaning on, meditating on, making sure that I put a focus on it to make some changes and adjustments. So I know that if this has impacted me, it'll definitely impact you in a positive way. So let's jump in here. Let's see here. There we go.
How to get whatever you want. Here's what it says if you're ready. It says, ask, that's it. End of notes. Ask. If there's one art in life to learn extremely well, that's got to be one of them. The art of asking. What does ask mean? Ask means, what do you want? And the formula is staggering. It says ask and what? A guy ought to look into that. He says, yeah, but you work where I work. By the time you struggle home, it's late. You got to eat a bite of supper, little TV, get to bed. You can't sit up half the night. Ask, ask, ask. And the guys be, See, you've got to be better than a good worker. You've got to be a good asker. Now, let me give you 3 key points on asking and receiving. This can do it. Number 1.
What's up, Richard?
Asking is the beginning of receiving. Asking starts a unique process, mental and emotional. I don't even know how it works. All I know is it works. It's like pushing a button and all this machinery starts working. I don't know how. It just works. There's a lot of things you don't need to know how. Just work them.
Now, that is a huge success principle. Mr. Best, our CEO and founder of Wealth Builders Worldwide, has mentioned this success principle so many times. And Jim Rohn just laid it out. He has so many different chunks of great information within this audio. But he just said, you just work the principle. You won't know all the details in the background. You won't have all of the information, right? But he said you can still work it. So you can still tap into it without having every single detail. You can still benefit from tapping into something that's working. So that just stuck out to me like a sore thumb because of our amazing mentor. So, I mean, Jim Rohn just said it perfectly. So there's so many things in life that we tap into, and we can actually tap into the results without knowing every single moving detail of it. And being an entrepreneur, you're never going to know every single part of something, right? So that was just so impactful. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue where we're at. Actually, I'm gonna rewind it back just a hair.
And all this machinery starts working. I don't know how. It just works. There's a lot of things you don't need to know how. Just work them. Some people are always studying the roots. Others are picking the fruit. I mean, it depends on what end of it you want in on.
So he just said that again. You could either study the root or be the person receiving the fruit. And there's so many people who are overly focused on trying to figure out the processes for every single detail. Certain things you just want to tap into and enjoy the fruit. Plant the tree or plant the seed, right? Water the seed, right? And look for the fruit. You're not going to be digging up into the ground trying to figure out what's going on with the seed, right? Some people are, so we can't stop those people. They have their free will, but we just want to encourage you, right? We just want to encourage you. And yep, and then Richard James says it best. Just tap into what
Asking is
we
the
got
beginning
going
of
on.
receiving, so start the process. Here's number two. Receiving is not the problem. Receiving is automatic. Now, if that's true, receiving is not the problem, what's the problem? Failure to ask might be one of your major problems. I don't know. Check it out. The guy says, oh, now I see it. I got up last year and hit it every day, but there's not a scrap of paper with my goals on it. Good worker, poor asker. So you got to change that. Here's number three. Receiving is like the ocean. There's plenty, especially in California. It's like an ocean here. Success is not in short supply. It isn't rationed, and you stepped up to the window and it was all gone. No, no, no. It's like an ocean here. Now, if that's true, what's the problem? Well, some people go to the ocean with a teaspoon. Have you got the picture? See, what you want to do in view of the size of the ocean is trade your teaspoon for at least a bucket.
So that's another amazing success principle. So if you are surrounded by opportunity and you want to tap into that opportunity, and we truly are, especially with our gold standard partners, that we're surrounded by opportunity, right? So you come to the ocean with a thimble because you don't believe. So when you don't believe, you have that small act of faith. But when you believe bigger, just like how Mr. Ty Best was talking about tonight. So when you want to tap into that and you see that big ocean of opportunity, you see that Gold Standard Partners is doing something that has never been done before. You see that over 60,000 people have connected to a business and an organization within a short period of time, and you see all that massive explosion that's already started, when you see that this business has already positioned itself perfectly for this amazing tipping point that has already started. Elon Musk acquired digital currency for his business so that he can position himself to accept Bitcoin, accept cryptocurrency. Jay-Z starts also. I told you guys just a few days ago, I said that Tesla getting in on cryptocurrency will become and push a tipping point for mass adoption. And we're here in Gold Standard Partners. We're not acquiring cryptocurrency and digital currency. We're getting paid in Bitcoin and Ethereum. We're getting paid in cryptocurrency. So we're getting paid in an asset. We're getting paid in something that other people are positioning themselves to accept and create a global system for. But we actually have already done that. And we're encouraging everybody under the sound of our voices to tap into what we got going on already, right? Let me show this comment here. Let's see here. Very first fully licensed e-commerce cryptocurrency banking. So we have amazing solutions. Ooh, amazing solutions. We can't have and do something different with the old mindset. And that's exactly why I'm sharing this amazing audio from Jim Rohn, because we can't come to this big ocean with the thimble and say, well, we don't want to do that.
And you'll look better down at the ocean. Kids won't make fun of you, right? Okay. Now, there's two ways to ask, and we'll wrap up goal setting. Two ways. Here's number one. Ask with intelligence. It didn't say ask intelligently, but I'm sure it meant that. Don't mumble. You don't get anything by mumbling. Be clear. Be specific. Intelligent asking means how wide, how high, how soon, when, what size,
Thanks,
what
Mr.
color,
James. I
how
appreciate that, man.
much. Define what you want and describe what you want. That's powerful. In the weekend seminar we teach, goals become like a magnet. They pull you that direction. And the better you describe them, the more they pull.
I know I got to get better at that part. You know, we had a dream building session not too long ago in our Wealth Builders Worldwide family, and it really, really struck me. It literally brought me to tears because it unwrapped a part of me that I hadn't tapped into. It unraveled a part of me that had a desire for greatness, but I wasn't allowing it to kind of come out. I wasn't allowing it to flow, right? So those are some of the key things when you're connected to amazing leaders. They'll pull stuff out of you that was there all the time that maybe you had an inkling about, but maybe you had some kind of concern or something was holding you back, right? So that's just an amazing part of being connected to something bigger than yourself. So let's go ahead and jump right back into this audio here. It'll play sooner or later. Let's see here.
So ask intelligently. Here's number two. Ask with faith. That's the childish part of the equation. Believe you can get what you want like a child. Not an adult. Adults are too skeptical.
Skeptical adults.
So the formula really reads, make plans like an adult and believe in them like a child. And the most incredible things will happen. Just try it for 90 days. Just try it. You can always go back to the old ways. Just try it. Just 90 days, 90 days. Now here's the last qualifying phrase on goal setting, as we promised to qualify everything. And it simply goes like this. Remember, you won't get everything you want. And we've already studied the reason for that. Simply, sometimes it hails on your crop and rains on your parade. It's that kind of planet. So you won't get everything you want, but if you will work this goal-setting formula, you can get plenty for wealth and happiness. Now let me give you a little simple formula for goal setting, okay? We take 2.5 hours on the weekend for the whole 10-year plan. We don't have time for that tonight, but let me get you started with a little simple formula Mr. Schoaf gave me, and maybe this will be helpful. First of all, I've divided goals into two parts. First is long range. Long range goals, that's your dreams. Your dreams for the next 3, 5, 10, 20, 30, 40 years, actually the rest of your life. Your dreams. You've got to keep dreaming. Ronald Reagan, president, said to the joint session of Congress a few weeks ago, the Republic is a dream. And if we don't keep dreaming, we will lose the Republic. Your better future is a dream for yourself and for your family. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? What do you want to be? What do you want to see? You've got to dream dreams. There's a Bible phrase that says, without dreams and visions, people perish. You've got to have something to go for that inspires the heart and the soul. Dream. From the children of Sanchez, it says, take the crumbs from starving soldiers, they won't die. Take the bread from hungry children, they won't cry. But without dreams, we all will die. You've got to dream. Don't lose your dreams. For yourself, for your future, for your family, the dreams of love and enterprise and travel and doing things, becoming something unique on your journey here. Don't lose your dreams. Do some dreaming. That's long-range goals. You've got to have those. So that's number one. Here's the second part of goals, short range. Short-range goals. That's your goals for tomorrow, this week, this month, this year, the immediate future. We call these confidence builders. Because if you set up something short-range, go for it, get it, latch onto it, work hard, accomplish it. That starts building your strong feelings to go for your dreams. Now, I've divided goals into three categories. Here they are. Number one is economic. That's your goals for money, income, business, profits, production. Economics. Make sure you've got your economics well planned. Economics plays a major role in everybody's life. Economics is major, which means it ought to be meticulously well planned for tomorrow, this week, this month, this year, long range. What if you asked somebody tomorrow if you could see their meticulously well-planned list of economic goals? What would they probably say? They'd say, you some kind of a nut? You must be weird.
And that's so sad because a lot of people do not write down any goals. So what happens when we don't plan at all? By default, you fail. If you're shooting for nothing, you're gonna hit it every time. So, man,
Hey, I found out what success is. Success is doing what the failures won't do. Make sure you've got your economics well planned. It'll put you in the top 5%. One of the key little subjects we talk about on the weekend is the 7 fundamentals for wealth and happiness. And that's one of them, well-planned economics. It's a fundamental if you want to do well. Join the top 5%. Anybody in this room can join the top 5%, if you will. Okay. Now here's the second category of goals, things. Make a list of the things you want. And on my list of things, now I put everything. Little things as well as major things. Doesn't matter how small it is, it goes on my list. I used to just put major things, cars, homes. I don't do that anymore. I now load my list with everything. Everything. And the reason is, part of the fun of having a list is checking it off. That's it. Boy, at the end of the day, if you can go, got it, got it, got it, got it, got it, got it, whatever it is, right? You get into the habit. So load up your list, the things you want. Now, when you check off something major, celebrate. That's an important point to make. Celebrate your achievements.
guys, that's another thing I definitely have to work on. Celebrating where you're at, right? Because we do have the big goals, we do have the long range goals, but you do want to celebrate in the moment and live in that moment, right? Enjoy that moment, breathe it in, take in all of the emotion within that moment. You know, and they did a little bit of that today during the live webinar, talking about that. Just like take that moment to think about that goal, but then also to bring the emotion that you would expect, put all those emotions in to that moment so you know exactly how it's going to feel. And he'll talk a little bit more about that as we go along in this audio also. So
Live it up. Have a party when you reach something you've worked for a while. See, we all grow from two experiences. One is called the pain of losing. The other one is called the joy of winning. We need both of them. Amplify them as much as you can, which also means make losing painful. If you set up something, fooled around, didn't get it, put it on yourself. On the other side, if you did get it, congratulate yourself. Self-congratulations is a sign of maturity. Seeking congratulations is a sign of immaturity. But hey, winning and losing, see, that's what it's all about. That's the name of the game. Now, some people lead such mediocre lives, at the end of the day, they don't know whether they're winning or losing. They got no clue. Guy's just going through the day with his fingers crossed. There's a better way. Okay, here's the third category.
So there's this amazing book called Think and Grow Rich, and it just says one of the key points is if you don't have a specific goal, then you're just a wandering generality. If you're a wandering generality, then you have no purpose and you're not going to make any waves in life because you don't actually have a goal. So he's alluding to that right now in that part of the audio.
Of goals, personal development. Put those goals together. Personal development goals. That's your goals to be stronger, more decisive, be a speaker, be a leader, learn a language, all kinds of skills. Okay? The whole weekend seminar was designed to improve all your skills so that you walk away more skillful. And that's what you want, the personal development skills. That's what attracts, that's what brings good things to your life, the person you become more skillful. Now, this is quite a package to work on. Economics, things, personal development. For tomorrow, this week, this month, this year, long range. Okay? That'll get you started. Now, here's the simple formula for setting goals. It goes like this. A, work on your goals. That's step one. Work on them. And I put the word work there deliberately. Setting goals is plain hard work. I don't want to kid you. We haven't come here tonight to kid each other. It's work. I know it's work. That's why a lot of people just let it slide. It's work. Many people work hard on their job, but they don't work hard on their future. They just let that slide. And the work involved is making plans. I know most people don't. I understand that. But don't let that be you. Guy says, well, yeah, you work where I work. By the time you struggle home, it's late. You've got to eat a bite of supper, watch a little TV, get to bed. You can't sit up half the night. Plan, plan, plan. And the guys behind. Good worker, hard worker, sincere. But you got to be better than sincere, working hard. You got to be better than a good worker. You got to be a good planner. Somebody once wisely said, the people who fail to plan are planning to fail. Well said. So work on your goals. Here's step two. Write your goals down. That's so important. I teach my staff around the world, put goals in your journal. Because one of the major people you want to study is yourself. Here's the list of goals I put together 3 weeks ago. Here's the list of goals I put together 2 years ago. Here's some of the changes I made, rearrangement of my priorities. I scratched these off. I put these on. I've gotten these. Study your accomplishments. Study what your desires are. Put them on paper. Write them down. Here's another reason for writing your goals down. It shows you're serious about doing better. And to do better, you got to get serious. You don't have to be grim, but you must be serious. Everybody.
So one thing I do is my goals. A lot of my goals are written down in index cards, and I use them throughout the house. But then also they're part of my bookmarks, right? So as I'm reading different books, personal development books, those goals are there as I'm reading those books. So that's another little thing that I do to kind of keep myself
Hopes
on track
things will get
much as
better.
possible.
Everybody hopes. Poor people hope. That ought to tell you something. It means the future does not get better by hope. It gets better by plan. I used to have the affliction called passive hope. It's an affliction. It's bad. Probably what's even worse than that is happy hope. Now that is really bad. That's bad. Happy hope. The guy's 50 and he's broke and he's still smiling. See, that's not good. So get serious about your goals. Put them on paper. Write them down. There's all kinds. His goals, her goals, their goals. Business goals, financial independence goals, family goals. I mean, there's so many things to work on this that if you don't get busy and work on it, sure enough, the time will pass. And sure enough, 5 years from now, you'll wind up where you don't want to be, wearing what you don't want to wear, driving what you don't want to drive, being what you don't want to be. Now's the time to fix it. Now, here's the third step to your goals. Check the size of your goals and the kinds of goals. How big they are, what kind they are, affects you. And here's one of the important phrases of the evening. Your goals are affecting you, whatever they are. Your goals affect your handshake. Your goals affect your attitude, personality. Your goals affect the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you dress. All day long, we're being affected by our goals.
So Mr. Best says it best: when we have a dream, it energizes, right? When you have a goal, it energizes you. So, I mean, it's about 1 a.m. where I'm at, right? So, but it's not, I mean, it doesn't really mean much what time it is. We want to go ahead and move forward and build and grow and chase our dreams, right? So, whatever it takes, and we'll kind of make those adjustments as we need to go, right?
Now, some people have goals, but they have such lousy goals. The effect is bad. I asked a guy one time, what are your goals for this month? The guy said, look, if I could just scrape up enough money to pay these lousy bills. That was his goal. I'm not saying it isn't a goal. It's a goal, but it's such a lousy goal, the effect is bad. You don't jump out of bed on Monday morning and say, oh boy, another chance to go out and scrape up the money to pay my lousy bills. See, you don't do that. Usually you say, oh, not another Monday. And some people have so given up on life, they have joined the thank God it's Friday club. How sad. Surely those are the same people, when life is over for them, will say, thank God it's over.
All right, guys. So just some content for everybody under the sound of my voice. So just in case you don't know who I am, this is Daniel Higgins coming to you live, and I'm a husband, father of two amazing boys. My oldest son made the music that we're kind of jamming out to at the intro and the outro of this episode. and a business management major, worship leader, and part of our amazing Wealth Builders Worldwide team and Gold Standard Partners, right? So, guys, we in Wealth Builders Worldwide love personal development, growth, and making sure that people are pulling their greatness out of them, right? Because you have greatness within you no matter where you're at in life right now, no matter what you're facing. You absolutely have greatness within you, and we want to help you tap into that and be successful in every single endeavor that you do, right? Now, the amazing global business that we're part of is called Gold Standard Partners. Now, it's been in existence since December of last year. Over $6 billion has already been paid out in commissions. So if you're thinking, is there money to be made? That just answered it. The amazing gentleman that made that comment is Mr. Michael Delco. He is a personal friend of mine. We've known each other for several years. Um, we actually met each other while I was serving at church. All right. So I was able to connect with him years ago while we were serving in the music ministry, him and his lovely wife. I actually met his wife first because she was my praise team mother, right? So she was the person kind of assigned or choir mama, and then praise team mama as I kind of moved through and was able to kind of continue to grow my vocal skills, right? But these amazing individuals that we're surrounded by are like no other, right? They are full of integrity, full of heart. And Mr. Delco left his six-figure income job and is now a seven-figure income earner within amazing business. So, is there money to be made? Yes. Will you make it? It's up to you. Everything we just listened to, it's up to you. All right. So I encourage you to get back with the person sharing this information with you. We're going to support you the whole way, whatever your goal is. If your goal is to make a little extra $500, we'll help you with that. If your goal is financial freedom, like so many people have already reached within our Wealth Builders Worldwide team and family, then we'll help you with that. Whatever your goal is, we're here to support you. All right. So what's really cool is what I just said, right? If you're looking for financial freedom, every single person that's on this panel has become financially free or was financially free prior to Wealth Builders or after Wealth Builders or as they started interacting with Wealth Builders. So, is there money to be made? You tell me. All these people are living through this amazing business called Gold Standard Partners. All right. So get back with the person sharing this information with you immediately. There's this amazing phrase that my mentor says that everyone, everyone is entitled to their own opinion, but no one is entitled to their own facts. So there's certain facts that there's no way to get around it. Okay. But you're definitely entitled to your own opinion. And then these people have an experience. One amazing book that I've read recently and been rereading is Robert Kiyosaki's book called Fake. And in that book, Fake, he goes over fake teachers, fake money, fake assets. A fake teacher is somebody who's teaching you something and they are not actually practicing what they're sharing with you at all. That's why he loved being a Marine and learning how to fly from people who knew how to fly. So hint, hint, clue, clue. But that principle is actually in this amazing other book called The Richest Man in Babylon. And he encourages the person in The Richest Man in Babylon that if you want to learn a topic or if you want to learn something, go to the person who has an expertise in it. So these amazing people have become financially free. So if your goal is financial freedom, or even if your goal is to add additional income, you're going to want to tap into these amazing individuals from Wealth Builders Worldwide. So definitely take a screenshot of that. We have live webinars 7 days a week. We have a power call Monday through Saturday at 10:45 Eastern Standard Time. Then we have live webinars at noon Eastern Standard Time and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, noon and 9, right? Tomorrow night, Sunday night, we'll have a live fast start training for everybody who jumps into the business and wants to get started, right? So go ahead, get your free registration completed right there on y1income.com, right? If you're seeing this from me, all right, and from my page, go ahead and jump on there and get that done and get back with the person sharing this with you. If I'm not the person sharing it with you, if you're seeing it on someone else's Facebook page, go ahead and get with them. Ask them for the sign up link. It's free to register right now. It's free to register right now. It's free to register right now. So take advantage of the free registration, okay? All right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today, tonight, this afternoon. It just depends on where you're at with this awesome world that we live in. I will see you guys on the next live stream.